Hey y'all, welcome back to Chantel Speaks. I'm so excited to be in season 3, and our special guest today that we have here is Sunshine of Good Energy.
Hey y'all.
Sunshine is
Hey
a
boo.
cannabis caterer, bartender, promoter, and curator of Unforgettable Vibes. From soul sessions to vibe vocals and karaoke Thursdays, she's creating spaces where music, food, energy, and community all collide.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Sunshine, for being here.
No, thank you for having me. I mean, this is a beautiful opportunity just to kind of be able to kind of bring people into my world a little bit. You know what I'm saying? As a Gemini, we do 1,000 things at once, but it all comes together, so it makes sense. So I
Yes.
appreciate you taking the time. I really do. So,
Gemini season. It's not Cancer season yet, right?
oh no, y'all can wait. Yeah, we still going. We got until like next week or so, but it's until the 4th of July for me. A lot of
That's
people
dope.
say I'll be doing a little extra, but that's okay. I
Yeah,
deserve it to
extra
be a
is
little extra.
okay. Yes, and I mean, if you have two sides, you have to be a little
I
extra.
mean, I would say I got 6, so I got to appeal to all of them. They all like to do something different during the month.
Oh my!
So
Explain the six briefly.
So of course there's Jaleesa, right? Jaleesa is the business professional. You know, she's the one that can pretty much talk law, contracts, anything you need. Then you have Sunshine. She's the nightlife. She's the party girl. You know, anywhere you need to go, anything you're trying to do, friends, family, she can take care of that. And then I have this kind of elderly personality that just like wants to hang around old people and do shuffleboard and go bingo, and then I have this emo side that likes punk rock and raves and stuff. So I'm a well diverse person, but it just kind of helps provide balance in my life with my friend groups. I'm
Right.
kind of able to cater to everybody, but also cater to what makes me whole too. So
That's very
yes,
interesting.
ma'am.
Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. I was so glad
Don't worry,
you
I'm not
did it.
crazy.
No, no, not at
Misunderstood.
all. Facts. I believe that. I say that myself. I'm very misunderstood.
That's right. Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
where are you from?
So I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
Actually, a lot of people don't know that because I moved to Texas in 2005. Small town. If anybody knows, my number 409, straight out of Beaumont. I moved from a very diverse school that had close to 1,000 students to moving out to Hampshire Fannett with a school of 236 students, of which only 13 were African American and 6 were my graduating class.
Wow.
And I moved out here my sophomore year after my freshman year, and culture shock was a thing for real.
Yeah.
I thought, riding tractors and horses to school was only what you saw on TV, but Fridays, Friday night football, everybody's pulling up, and I'm like, this
Trail
is my life.
rides. Yes.
Yeah, and
Right.
I struggled a little bit because of course the music is different, the way that we talk is different, and I think, the South is known for like implementing manners and charms. So I would say it was a little tough in school because they expect you to say yes ma'am, no ma'am, and I'm like, I shouldn't be saying it to you. You're not my mom or my daddy.
Mm.
And then it's like, well, you're gonna go to ISS, and man, the first time I had that brown bag lunch special, I said I can't come back here. So I made sure I never went back.
It's funny. I used to be an ISS teacher.
Oh, yeah, you kind of give me that stern
Do I? I
personality.
actually am not. I think that's that face card.
You have a
That
strong
resting
brow.
bitch face. Yes, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I was always the cool teacher. They
Yes.
call me Miss P. Yeah. So once I was like, oh, I'm not really made for this. I'm
Yeah.
not really fit for this calling.
Yeah.
I have my own ISS kids. That's what I said. I needed to do something different. I had been in education for like 13 years.
Oh, wow. So you have insight.
Definitely much
Yeah.
insight. So you moved here in 2005 because I was going to say your
Yeah.
accent isn't very strong for Baltimore.
Yeah.
Those be more.
Oh, it was thick. It was thick,
Okay.
probably, I would say, for like maybe the first 5 or 6 years.
Hmm.
And then I kind of, as Gemini's people, we're chameleons. We adapt a little bit.
Yeah,
But don't get me wrong, when I get mad, it's the
it comes.
I mean, 0 to 100, and then you be like, "What you say?" And then I catch myself, and I'm like, "Oh, you either trying to be funny, or you trying to test to see if I'm for real."
Yeah.
But either way, I'm for real on both sides. So,
Nice.
but yeah, I try to keep it at bay. And I think for me, also too, just the different spaces and rooms I put myself in. I think it's also important to kind of articulate how I want to speak because I want to be taken seriously.
For sure.
Sometimes, as a woman in business, we are not as well respected when sitting at the round table. And I would say this year with my brand has kind of been an eye-opening experience because I'm actually starting to take time back and actually give myself flowers because I've always been on the go since I promoted my brand. But actually really sitting back and I'm like, okay, are there really any women that in this particular area of like the industry that are doing what I'm doing and that are pushing it by themselves? I definitely see a lot of people work with teams and you know they have all the support, and don't get me wrong, that's super great, but for me when it comes to like my soulful sessions and my vibes and vote, I wanted to feel like home.
Yeah.
You know, being on the East Coast, you call your cousins, they pull up, throw some on the pit, and y'all in the backyard, everybody playing, dancing, having a good time, or going to the parks and stuff like that and having a good time. So I like creating that ambiance for people. So it's like I want it to be like on a big mama house.
Nice. That's dope. And
Yes, ma'am.
it feels that way because I've experienced soulful sessions. So let's get to these questions.
Oh yes, let's get to
Where did Sunshine from Good Energy come from?
Ooh, Sunshine from Good Energy came. So in 2021, I had the opportunity of applying for a bartending job. I've been in dentistry going on now for 13 years. And I was like, well, I kind of want something to balance my corporate life. So I applied for this small hole in the wall in Third Ward in Houston. If anybody knows of like the retreat, shout out to Miss Paula, amazing lawyer for youth, and the Turning Point, which was across the street, owned by her dad. And I applied, and she's like, "Oh, come in. You know, you sound super great." And I walked in. She said, "Oh no." She said, "You ain't gonna make it around here looking like no third grade teacher." And I said, "Well, ma'am," I said, "please just give me a chance." And she was like, "Well, all right, now I'm gonna just put you back there." And I got back there, and it was like being in a science lab for me. I automatically just started looking at everything and creating drink recipes and then having people come in and try them, some of her regulars. And then from there, the opportunity of designing her drink menus. And then I would walk up and down, you know, Old Spanish Trail on my ships and pass out cards, put them on the cars, started promoting events and just trying to do different things like that. But I think what kind of really solidified my passion for it was when I found myself out there at the graffiti park off of Leland selling my cocktails out of mason jars and Capri Sun pouches out of a cooler.
Wow.
And then I start setting up, and I would have people come and looking for me. And then, you know, I got really, really good at it. And then the opportunity came for me to come to Austin, and I became the operations manager for Bar Divas of Austin. And I've worked with some high-end clients, people that work at the Senate, celebrities, bar opportunities. But I think the biggest thing about it is that I can take nothing and make it into something. And also understanding like the chemistry behind alcohol. I mean, I go to some places and I watch how bartenders make drinks, and I'm like, I don't want to seem biased, but I'm not drinking it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, respectfully, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And I hope that you'll respect me if I ask you to make it a certain way. I do see kind of like people like, how you gonna come in my house and tell me what to make? And it's because I hate to say you're using shit ingredients. Like you have good quality ingredients, and if someone's willing to pay for it, let them pay for it, you know, because you're creating an experience. And I don't necessarily like hangovers, so I'd much rather not do that.
Right.
So then after being in Austin, probably for about 2.5, 3 years, I started, you know, going to different like hemp events, meeting different growers that were in it for like the medical properties. And I started doing education on how I can help, you know, those get off of opiates, chemical-based drugs. And I started formulating products for myself. I have chronic pain, arthritis, psoriatic, sciatica, all those types of things. And I noticed that the medications made me feel worse. You know, they make you feel groggy and even sicker.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I need something that's a little bit different. And a gentleman invited me to an event as a vendor just to kind of sit with him, you know. And he was like, hey, I got some of this, you know, green dragon. You think you could do anything with it? I got some bottles. And I looked what he got. I said, give me 5 minutes. And he sold out. And he was like, this is what you were supposed to do.
What is Green Dragon?
So Green Dragon is, so what a lot of people don't know is Green Dragon is actually the liquefied concentrate of cannabis. So it's actually a lot more potent than smoking, but you have to actually know how to decarb and have good quality products. So having good growers that are familiar with how they're integrating their plants or how they're feeding their plants direct sunlight if they're doing hydroponics, and just making sure that there's no pesticides and different things like that. But it's I mean, it's super strong, and everybody knew me for it. I hate to say it. A lot of my friends in the club, they be like, "Oh, there go Bill Cosby." And I'm like, "Wait a minute,
I
nah."
cannot.
I'm like, "Nah, I ain't
They
doing it
need to
behind your
stop
back.
that,
You know,
that
you coming
part.
to me. I
Exactly.
didn't seek you out. You found me in the
That
club."
part.
You know, and it was one time one of my favorite couple. I'm sitting there, my back turned. All of a sudden, I get hemmed up talking about, "Hey, Sunshine, we know you got the shit," and I'm like, "Hold up." I was like, I might have it on me. They pat me down. I said, wait. I said, I don't know if I should be scared or flattered. Am I at that level? And it was like, okay, I may have actually done something that helps people.
Yeah.
And then just to kind of see the impact on helping people. And then it was like, well, I love to cook too. Why not do it the same way? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you always know that you wanted to help people, or is that just how it
Yeah.
evolved?
I would say I've always been kind of that person, you know, Captain Save a Ho sometimes. But I think, you know, I told somebody the other day, right now with what we're going through in a world full of darkness, you need a little bit of light. And you never know what you might say or what you might do that may save somebody in that moment for, in other words, going through something temporary, but make a permanent decision.
Yeah.
So I try to go above and beyond for myself. And like I said, I don't necessarily have the expectation of reciprocating, but I love seeing people smile and make people happy because that's what feeds my spirit. Especially because, you know, I do as a human being, I struggle with anxiety and depression, you know, and I don't like being trapped in that shit, which is why everybody sees me out and about, you know, and then I have those moments of reflecting when I am out and about, like, okay, well, why am I putting myself out and about? Like, what do I need from being around this many people or this much energy that I can take home with me and really sit with myself and write down that I'm going to benefit from tomorrow?
Nice.
Yes, ma'am. Literally.
I love you.
Yes. I love you
you
for
and all
supporting me
that
and coming out. And I'm glad you actually
Yes.
enjoy it.
And I'm
'Cause-
like, you have all these facets of you, and I just can't wait to like contribute or just know more and
your
be
presence
involved.
in this opportunity is definitely, you know, it speaks volumes because like I said, it's not often that I'm recognized for the things that I do, but I also know that there are people that appreciate the things that I do, even if they just happen to stumble upon it and they stay.
Yeah.
And then they give me their feedback and I'm like, okay, it makes it all worth it, all the sacrifice, the sleepless nights, the running around, you know. And I hate to say it, by the time I'm done with the Soulful sessions, I'm like, "Ooh, child, I'm going home." Don't ever end that way. I'm going out. Because now I need to expel all the energy
That
I done
part.
shifted out. I need to
Yeah,
go
for sure.
on
You gotta
top of cars.
decompress. I definitely
But
understand.
yeah,
What has been one of the biggest lessons in entrepreneurship? What has that taught you?
I would say the biggest lesson is that not everybody believes in handshake business anymore. I would say coming into Austin and offering the things that I was offering, I was manipulated a lot. And I also take accountability for putting myself in those situations because I thought these were people who literally wanted to see me grow. But at the same token, now that I'm looking at it, I was an opportunity for an opportunist. So I recently this year told myself that had I taken the necessary time, whether it be invested in friendships, relationships, and family, all the time, energy, and money, I would be 10 years ahead of my business instead of 10 years behind.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's one thing I don't choose to waste is my time and my energy. They're both precious to me. So having more discernment this year with business decisions and who I choose to operate, and I'll support any and everybody, whether I'm in the building with your event or not. I just believe in community because at the end of the day, we're all trying to do something, and it's bringing people together in whatever facet that looks like or whatever capacity that looks like. So,
Yeah. Well, you know, this is a faith-based podcast, so it's always in God's time.
oh yeah,
And His time is right on time.
right,
I'm
always,
glad that you realized that, had that revelation.
yeah.
What are some misconceptions that people have about cannabis catering?
Drugs. Everybody always associates cannabis as a drug, and I'm like, it can't be a drug if it grows from the earth.
Right.
You know, it's
my mama
organic, right?
Maybe when she said that, I was like, winning.
Right. But you also have people that in today's time will manipulate it,
Yeah,
right? Because it's hard to come across good cannabis, good products in today's time, especially with the government, things that's going on. Even in some of your legal states, you know, I feel like they're being tormented by the government. And I think what everybody is missing is that if everyone actually kind of took the time to really do their research on cannabis versus, you know, your Tylenol 3 with codeine or your fentanyl or your Oxycontin, you know, the statistics would not match up. You would have less organ failure, right? I mean, the only thing somebody that smokes a lot is going to do is probably eat you out of house and home.
Clock it.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing, or being slow or sleeping.
Yeah.
You know, so I would just say, you know, if you do choose to indulge in any hemp or type of cannabis, you know, smoke responsibly, indulge responsibly. If it's something that you've never experienced, have an accountability buddy. Have somebody that you trust, so that if for some reason you know, consume too much, or you're just unsure of how you're psychologically going to be responding, just make sure you have somebody there to support you. It's no different with psilocybin and shrooms, because I also do infuse food with that sometimes, or mainly like my jello shot products and different things like that. So I tell people like, hey, if you know me, you know I'm finna take you to the moon and back. So make sure you got somebody with you so that they can help you land safely. So
Nice. That's
yeah.
dope. So you deal with a lot of personalities, events, bartending, infused
Yeah.
food, all of the things. What has people taught you in doing this?
The hardest thing for me to accept, which I have to, if I want to expand my brand and be successful to where I'm generating revenue, is that when people show you who they are, believe them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I think for me, the biggest thing that I do is I condone the behavior, and I make excuses for the behavior because I understand that there's underlying trauma in the behavior. So for me, it's like, okay, well, how can I come into this person's life and help them with that,
Right.
and help them overcome that so that they can be the best version of themselves? And I've also learned that at times, one thing you can't do is train or fix a bad attitude. It's just in them. And, you know, understand karmic energy, you know, spirits that are brought back that have unfinished business. And sometimes they come in the form of family and friends to intentionally tear you down. And it's through manipulation, it's through feeding off of your emotions, you know, emotional vampires. And then also understanding that not a lot of people in today's time are emotionally intelligent to be able to have conversations.
For sure.
So choosing to be in a room with them and speaking to them is two different things, and respecting them is another thing. I can be in a room with someone that's doing the exact same thing as me and support them. I can't say that I would get the support back from them or get the respect back from them, but that's okay, because the truth of the matter is I still deserve to be here just like you do. I worked to get here just like you did.
Nice.
And I did it by myself.
Fact.
It didn't take an army, it didn't take a team.
Nice. That's
So.
beautiful.
Yes, ma'am.
What about when they're like at your events? What is the experience like of the people and how they have like their experience? What is their energy like?
Yeah.
From a night as with one of Sunshine's events?
Yeah. So the crazy part about it is I have nothing but positive feedback. I can't say that I've had any negative feedback from anyone that's attended any of my events, no matter how big or small. I haven't had any complaints about my food. I've never had any food come back or any desserts come back. So I'm like, ooh, because I tell them straight up, if you don't like it, that's fine. You ain't got to eat it.
I must say her food is delicious.
But what that does for me is that helps me, because my rule of thumb when I cater my events is I don't try my food. I don't try my food until everybody has eaten. And I think it's because as someone who's passionate about food, I could feel like it's missing something and I can ruin the dish by adding that extra pinch of this or pinch of that. So I'd much rather make what I feel is good quality food based off of how it smells and serve it to the people and let them be the ones to tell me.
That's damn good to not try your food, and I'm over here talking about it's delicious, and you ain't even tasted it. Like Big
No,
Mama
and I
would.
record my videos of me cooking, and I will not try my food at all.
Wow.
Because I feel I've done that before, where in the very beginning when I first divulged into food, where I tried it and I was like, oh, it's missing this. And I made it too damn salty. And I ruined it. And now I got to start over with my hour that's in my event that's in 2 hours. You know, now I got to run to the store. I got to buy new ingredients. Now I got to
feel
do
that.
this and do that. So I don't want to do that.
I feel that.
I'll just take a chance on myself.
Well, you're taking a damn good chance.
Thank
'cause
you.
I'm telling you.
Thank
listen,
you. I appreciate it.
wish I had my mouth watering right now thinking about it.
I know. I have a friend of mine that loves oxtails, and I was like, you know what? I haven't done infused oxtails in a while, so I think that's gonna be my next thing.
That's cool. I'm not a big oxtail eater, but I know that
Oxtails,
people
lamb chops.
love oxtails.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Um, so what events are you currently hosting right now?
So currently, of course, as you touched on, Vibes and Vocals is every other Thursday. Currently taking a break from that, looking to kind of integrate new DJs in the Austin area that want an opportunity to be in a hemp-friendly space where they can have creative freedom as well and potentially join the team of Soulful Sessions and DJ with me in different areas. I also host Adults Only R&B at Third Base with DJ King Dynasty, also my Gemini twin. Shout out to him. We just celebrated our birthday last weekend.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Um, so that is a very like nostalgic event on Saturdays because it's literally adults only. I mean, I would say probably the youngest person I've seen or spoken to, maybe 24, 25, but we don't have no drama. Ain't nobody fighting. You know, we line dancing, we
Yeah.
dancing to, you know, My Prerogative and singing, and everybody's just having a good time. And I think that's what, as a people, we need to get back to because there was a lot of messages in meaningful music when you had lyricism and lyricists and storytellers. And I feel like somewhere the waters got murky a little bit as far as what people conceive to be good music. And I'm not downgrading or talking about any artist that has music out there. I support and I listen to all types of music. But I would say for me, 90s music raised me because I was born in the summer of 90s. So it's like it's been a consistent, you know, replay in my head. So, and then of course, Soulful Sessions. I typically do those every other Sunday. I recently just partnered with a new venue that I'm also going to be doing events with them as well, located in Round Rock. Shout out to Hemp World Green Jazz Lunch and Dispensary. Very beautiful 2-story venue. Definitely looking to kind of support another Black business owned by husband and wife. We just got those infused slush machines up and running. We got a nice little bar, so it'll be another ambiance to where I can add to the good energy experience for people. Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yes,
What was
ma'am.
the heart behind Soulful Sessions?
So I would say the heart behind Soulful Sessions was I had collaborated with others doing events, and I loved it. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I could take a chance and do it. So September 19th of last year was my first Soulful Sessions, and I did them every other weekend up until this time. And I've been consistently going strong, you know, doing giveaways and growing my audience to where this last Soulful Sessions, you know, I probably had about 60, 70 people inside of the former Lazy Days, which is now Botanic Bliss. Shout out to Nick and Anna for putting up with my shit, Matt and all the staff, Drea, Ari, everybody at Tay, King David, my photographer, everybody that supports me. Like without them, Good Energy wouldn't be what it was. It wouldn't be as advanced because they each take opportunities to capture me in my element. And another thing too is that nothing is bigger than the mission, the movement, and the program. And for me, the program is getting to my people, creating safe spaces for my people to where we don't have to worry once we step inside of a space if we're meant to be there.
Right.
So that's where I come in because I have the charismatic personality and I have such an adaptable personality. I don't mind being in the forefront to be like, it's okay, I got y'all, trust me. Come on in, it's okay.
Yeah.
So, yes, ma'am.
That's dope.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
dope. So when I was at Soulful Sessions, you brought up how you have an HBCU partnership coming up. How did that collaboration come up to play?
Yeah, wow. So that collaboration came to play just from people coming to my Soulful Sessions. I had the opportunity, Dre with Lions Pride, he has an amazing premium Black-owned hand-rolled cigar business, and he came to my Soulful Sessions and he was like, man, I love this, you know? And then he saw the plethora of artists from live guitarists, saxophone players. I have R&B, hip hop, jazz. I have music, and it's all live music. No one is rapping over their tracks or anything like that, which I'm not downplaying or talking about any artist, so please don't come for me unless I send for you. I just love the authenticity. And a lot of my artists, they travel sometimes 2 hours to come do a Soulful Sessions.
Yeah.
And they know if I say Soulful Sessions start at 5, I know they pulling up 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I already got the lineup ready. Just put you where you want to go. Make sure the DJ got your music, and we gonna figure it out. So Dre came to me and he had presented Soulful Sessions and Good Energy to the directors and executive CEO of the HBCUs. And they said, we would definitely love to incorporate this and bring Black youth to the forefront of music. And, that became public news as of now about 3-4 months ago.
Okay.
So now it's more so just kind of reeling, everything in, getting budgets and everything, who's going to be a part of the collaboration and actually start the tours, which we're hoping, I'm manifesting for July into August. But once I get the dates, a lot of my artists, they're on board and they want to travel as well and inspire you. So I'm excited for that.
That's dope.
So, yes,
And those
ma'am.
artists that you have are good artists. And I'm an HBCU grad, so I went to PV. So
Oh, that's on the list. Trust me. That's
yes,
one of the
so
first,
it'll be
one of the first
exciting.
5 places that's on the list.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's lit. That's
So you gonna have to
lit.
come out and step, yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to support.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what keeps your spirit grounding when you're juggling all of these moving parts?
Um, just consistently challenging myself. Um, the crazy part about it is a lot of times when people come to me with a project or an opportunity, the truth of the matter is I've never done it before. But I suffer from insomnia and racing thoughts, so everything just kind of comes together, and then I just start getting diarrhea of the mouth, and I spew everything out, and they're like, you know what? That sounds good, and that makes sense. Why not we give it a try? And I'm like, okay, holy shit, I done created the platform and the blueprint. Now, how do I execute the blueprint? And it's just a matter of just making calls and having good business relationships with people that actually support you, that'll vouch for you. So it makes it a lot easier for me to kind of juggle a little bit.
Yeah.
And then also having a stable support system. I have an amazing group of friends, family. My motorcycle club is very supportive. So they try to help promote me as much as they can. But I've learned to surround myself with like-minded people, free thinkers, and people who genuinely want to see me win without a handout.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely. Definitely. That's lit.
Yeah.
Um,
And another thing that a lot of people don't know is all of my events are donation based.
yeah.
When I say that, I spend more than I make, I mean just that.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with doing that because I feel as though it makes me rich in spirit.
Yeah.
And the money will come later on down the line with bigger opportunities.
Like
So for me, for now,
HBCU, it's coming.
exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just about staying present in my craft because I've noticed that the minute that you're absent is when you're slept on. People think you've given up. And it's like, no, I want to make y'all uncomfortable. Like
Yeah.
I want y'all to see me everywhere.
That's
I want
lit.
y'all to hear my
You
name coming
definitely
from
everywhere.
somebody. I,
You are everywhere.
I want somebody to be like, oh, have you gone to Sunshine's event? And they be like, no. Well, you should go. Yeah, you should go. Come on.
Yeah.
I welcome in and everybody. You know what I'm saying? And
As long as they're
I
respectful.
yeah,
No
yeah,
negative
absolutely.
vibes. It's good energy.
Exactly. And I tell people, people are like, well, why did you choose Good Energy? And I said, for me, it's more than just a brand, it's a lifestyle. You have to kind of walk with intention, you have to walk with positivity, and you have to walk with light. Because I do see, and I have seen where other people kind of walk on the opposite side of things and how it pans out for them. And they're not necessarily genuine as to why they're bringing you in. It's more so, okay, and I'm not a gatekeeper, so I'm gonna share information because I believe it could potentially help you,
Yeah.
but don't necessarily manipulate the situation to obtain the information. And then when you have no use for me, you discard me like trash.
That part.
Because the truth
They'll
is,
get theirs though,
you
and
could,
they'll never be as great
yeah,
as you, right? Because
yeah, because I'm getting
that's what
recycled
happens.
somewhere else.
Yeah,
You're gonna see me again.
for sure.
So,
You mentioned one thing about racing thoughts. I'm that same way.
mm-hmm.
Have you heard of stillness? Have you ever practiced stillness? No. So I would just say that's more like it's where you're still and you don't think about anything. And it's very healthy for
Yeah,
your mind because when we think so much,
yeah,
and sometimes when we think of things that we can't even control or that may go into something totally different from good energy or whatever
right,
the case may be, it's just still a great grounding
mm-hmm.
to just kind of like bring you back,
To your
you know.
center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I do recognize that, which is why I've taken a break and I haven't done soulful sessions so
Mm-hmm.
consistently, is because it's like, okay, I want to take an opportunity to step back, rebrand myself, and actually focus on myself. I've spent so many years being very selfless instead of selfish. And I told myself, I turned 36, I want to know what it's like to live and love for myself. But also, the issue with that is, how do you do that when you spent so many years pouring into others when you don't know what you need to pour into yourself?
Yeah.
Because you've never thought of yourself in that way, because you've always had this spiritual feeling, or you've always had that little voice that has told you to do this for someone, or to go and be of and beyond for that person, which is what kept you in the situations. But now it's like, okay, if I want to manifest a certain life for myself, it starts at the center, which is me.
Yeah.
So breaking down, any type of trauma bonding or any trauma, and just letting go of it, especially if it no longer serves you. My friends know I have a saying: if it's not providing me the 3 F's, pardon my language, if it's not feeding, fucking, or financing me anytime, anywhere, any place, I don't need it. And by finance, I don't mean pay my bills, but I just mean take the opportunity to invest in the vision.
That's right.
And when I say finance, I mean that with investing your time. So for me, they coincide. So I don't necessarily need monetary value for someone to be present and it to be meaningful.
That's dope.
Yes,
I love it. Finance, fucking, and fun.
Feeding,
Feeding.
because I'm a foodie.
Yes.
Baby, I go out my way for some. Listen, hey, I'm on Google. I'm looking. If I see it on TikTok, Instagram, that if you go through my save, it's nothing but food, clothes, and jewelry. I would say probably 1,000% more.
I see your jewelry on you. I caught that when you came.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
cute.
Yes,
All on your ears and everything.
girl, yes.
Listen, I'm a jewelry girl, and it's so funny because I don't wear a lot of jewelry now. But one day it'll come. You don't have to always. I used to have
Yeah.
rings on all my fingers and.
That was me
everything, but
too.
yeah.
And then it's like the rings don't really fit no more, and then you got to get the little rubber thing, and then you just got a bunch of erasers on the back end. I don't want to do that.
So, how do you protect your peace in nightlife spaces and entertainment spaces?
I wear protection crystals. I wear protection bracelets, and then also surrounding myself with people that want to protect me. Especially with me being in the nightlife, a lot of people see me solo. But one thing I do tell people is that just because you see me by myself doesn't mean I'm by myself.
Right.
Every space that I go into, there's at least 5 people that know me. So if you decide to try me, I don't have to get my hands dirty, and I am not necessarily a person that operates from a mental capacity of violence, but I'll take you through there. I will, just one good time.
Take me through there.
Literally, that's all you need, just one time. One time you just got to tap them and let them know you're not to be played with, and you're going to pick them up, and you're going to get that cotton ball and that witch hazel, put it on their wounds and say, now what did we learn?
Yes.
Because I tell people
Let's
right
do it
now, I'm
again.
too old of a cat to be scratched by a kitten. Not today.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything next for sunshine and good energy
Oh.
that we haven't touched on?
Yes,
What's
there
next?
is. I recently, the day before my birthday, I had a meeting where Good Energy Soulful Sessions will be collaborating with Urban Fest.
Ooh, 10-4.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
my cousin.
Yes. So yes, thank you. And I know that you probably had a hand in that, and I appreciate you just from you being present in Soulful Sessions, and what it means to people to actually feel something in their spirit and their soul. And I think that's why I'm going to continue to push it until my last breath. That's it.
That's lit. That's dope. I mean, I consider myself a plug. I'm a connector. So if I know somebody and you like,
Right. Let's
want
make it
y'all to meet,
happen.
yes, because you never know,
What could grow from it?
Exactly.
Just plant the seed.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, stroke of luck. It's so crazy that you said that. So last Wednesday, I believe, I don't know if you're familiar with OC Chris. He's a young Hispanic rapper, Latin guy. He just so happened to get out the car. I was sitting in Botanic and I seen him, and I went outside and I called him by his government name. And he looked at me. He said, "Ma'am, do I know you?"
Now you know you don't
Oh,
supposed to do that.
wait a minute.
Okay.
Oh. Ooh, girl, make me shake. I get my palms get sweaty, Lord. Yeah, y'all didn't hear that. And I just got to talking to him, and I was like, well, why don't you come in and check out Botanic? And he was like, man, I love this vibe. So he went and got food and came back, and just in conversation with him and him seeing the events that I'm doing, he'll be my first recording artist that has a large following that I'll be collaborating with. And we're going to bring Tiny Desk vibes to Austin.
Oh, that's lit.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Speaking on that, where can people find you to support you, attend
Oh,
your
yeah.
events, connect, and all the things?
Absolutely. So you guys can find me on IG at Good Energy Drinks _eats 21 because I want you to be responsible.
Yeah.
And then you can find me at soulful.sessions 444. If anybody know what the 4 stand for, it stands for protection against all odds in the universe. Also, the main three digits in my phone number. I pride myself on that because I've gone through a lot of situations to where, I wouldn't necessarily be here today, but I always seem to bounce back and come unscathed, and I make something beautiful out of it. So, yeah.
That's beautiful. So you gave all your handles
I did.
for your events. You told them that.
Yes,
Good.
ma'am.
All right. So before I let you go, we have to end with this Chantel Speaks segment. It's like a rapid response called Go or No. So you
Okay.
have to answer quick unless you, trying to defend yourself or something.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
I think I am.
Taking shots before the event even starts.
Go.
Edibles at brunch.
Go.
Singing your heart out at a karaoke,
Go.
even if you can't sing.
Go.
Mixing Hennessy with anything. Quicker.
Go.
Sneaking your own liquor into the function.
Go.
Falling in love with someone because of their music taste.
Go.
Making a plate to take home before the party ends.
Nah, not me. Because I hate to say it, I appreciate that people like to cook, but I can't eat everybody's food.
I was so excited about this question. You want to know why? Because I'm like, yes, I'm going to take a plate that I bought from Sunshine Home. I mean, that's not exactly what the question says.
Yes.
I'm going to take a plate.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a catch-22 kind of question. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It's taking over the aux cord or Bluetooth
Go.
like you're the DJ.
Absolutely.
Matching energy instead of explaining yourself.
Go.
Showing up for one drink and staying all night.
Go.
Flirting for free drinks.
Go.
Love songs after midnight.
Go.
Texting your ex after a night out.
Nah, I ain't doing that.
Good. No drunk texting.
No.
That's good.
No, at least no, not an ex. No, this is the thing. It's like doing that is like wrapping yourself in barbed wire, creating the wounds, pouring salt and lemon juice on them. I'd rather
That's
not.
deep.
Because the thing about it is like I used to do that, but I also realized that not everybody deserves access to me full time.
100.
And that goes into your question about protecting my energy.
Right.
And I'm learning that now.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Yeah, I would say that as well. Like I wouldn't do it now. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sunshine.
No, I thank
appreciate
you.
being here
Yes,
and your
this is beautiful.
time.
Shout out to season 3.
Ow, ow, ow. Yes.
We trying to get a season 3 hundo.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Sunshine has shared with you where you can find her. Please connect with her. Come to her event. I'm going to definitely go to Third Base. I haven't been there yet, so I'm definitely going to check that out and vibe
Yes,
with you
girl.
all. Thank you for joining us. Please watch us on YouTube. Our umbrella is Help Heal Happy.
Yeah.
And you can find our podcast there, Chantel Speaks, and on Instagram, Chantel Speaks. Thank you, and I'll see y'all next time.
Thank y'all.
Later.
Yes, thank you.
Woo, we